Hey guys, it's Scott again with another quick how-to video. Today what I'm dealing with is this is my well pump pressure switch. It operates just my sprinkler system and a few hoses around the house. And as you can see, it's not working anymore. It's very rusted out, and these contacts or points, they're just no good anymore. They won't stay shut. This thing operates kind of like a switch. When it goes on, these contacts connect until the pressure fills up into the water tank here, and then it goes back off, and it's not doing that anymore. I have to literally hold it on there like that. So I bought a new one. I'm going to replace it. You can actually replace just the contacts, but they're bad on this side too, so I'm just going to replace the whole thing and show you how to do that real quick. So the first thing I did was I turned the power off at the breaker, because usually these operate on a breaker on its own. Make sure you turn the power off, because this is like 220 volts, so that really hurts you. Then I turned the water off at there that comes into the pump, and I'm going to open up this water hose so that I can drain the water out as much as I can. So now I'm just going to let this run until all the water comes out of this hose. It may take a little bit. I actually just took the thing off to let it come out even faster. Okay, so while that water is draining, it's basically draining all the water out of this pump. I'm going to start taking this thing apart. I can't stress enough to make sure you have no power going to this thing. Check it with a multimeter or something. So I'm going to start taking these screws off. And now I've never done this before, so I'm just a homeowner. So you take, how you want to do it. You can keep your comments to yourself or whatever. This is how I'm doing it. So first I'm going to take these off. But remember, you got to try everything first for yourself. Who knows how much somebody would charge me to come here and replace this. The part was only 23 bucks. And I made a little diagram right there of how the wires go on so that I can put it back the same way, because you're liable to forget. So that one's off. This one. Try to make this as short as possible for you, this video. And these other two bolts are so rusted, I actually put a pair of vice grips on it to turn this screw. Unbelievable. It shows you how bad that was. There's also a diaphragm under here. That could be bad too. I don't know. But I'm just replacing the whole thing. Wow, I actually had to break this one off. I couldn't get it out. It was so rusted and bad. You probably could cut these here, and just rewire strip them if you want it to. It'd be easier. That's up to you. Now we got to take these little nuts off of each here to pull these wires out through there. Now you see these little notches here? What you'll do is just take a hammer. I already loosened it but you just take a hammer and you tap that screwdriver and it'll start turning that loose until it comes off of this thing. Might be able to get in there by hand and start turning it. So I got it right there with my thumb. Get it off of that. Okay. So that came off there. And you should be able to just pull this right out through, and then we're going to do the other side. So I'm just turning this one off now with my thumb. Okay. And don't forget these ground wire screws right here. Let me get a bigger screwdriver and loosen those. Okay, so now I'm just pulling the wires out of the hole. Move that over there for next. And then I'm going to pull these out. So I'm taking that washer off. Okay, so I pulled those out. I got those out. Now we got to take this off with a wrench. Now there's a nut right here that just needs to screw off this pipe. So I'm going to put a crescent wrench on here, but I want to hold this other pipe with another wrench, because I don't want to twist it off here, cause more problems. So I'm holding it with a little pipe wrench here, and I'm just twisting it off, and I've already started loosening it. I can't show you with one hand though when holding the camera. Alright, so now I got it loose enough to take it all the way off. Alright. We'll have to put some plumber's tape on that because we don't want any leaks. Let me get the new one now. Okay, so if you notice, here's the new one and the old one. They're the same. They sell them in different pressures, 30, 50, 40, 60. I got a 30, 50. But I noticed these adjustment springs on this are a little different. So I think I'm going to adjust these right now, just for the heck of it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but I'm not going to have some clown come out here and work on this when I can do it for free. Like I said, this part was 23 bucks. So I'm going to adjust these springs down. I think they have to do with the amount of pressure to make it turn on and off. So I'm just taking a little wrench here, and I'm just tightening them down a few turns to make them match those right now. Doing it with one hand. Alright, so that looks about right. This is what I talking about. You can change this box with this screw there and a screw over here. And that whole thing comes out, and you can replace just this part, but it won't replace these parts, this contact, because that comes attached to this. Alright, now it's time to screw this back on with some plumber's tape. Alright, so there's the tape on. I couldn't show you how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, you shouldn't be messing with well pumps. So now I'm just twirling the old one on. I'll get it tight with the wrench in a minute here. Alright, so I got that nice and snug. And now it's time to start rewiring it. I'm just getting everything loosened up to put the wires on. You gotta take this little grommet thing out of here so that the other wires can fit in through that hole. So let me loosen everything up. Okay, so remember to feed that thing back through the wires to tighten it up. Your thumbs again. Don't tighten it all the way yet, because you want to make sure everything connects easy and reaches. So I connected the ground there. Now I got to bring this one down and connect it to this ground. Alright, this is where my handy little diagram comes in handy. It's the white and black wires, which ones they hook into. Just follow that.